The way you talk to women is one of the most important factors of your sex and relationship life. Whether you're single and dating or in a long-term relationship, knowing how to talk to her will make the difference between sparks flying and a total lack of interest. In this video, I'm going to share 3 of the most powerful tactics that you can use to spark attraction with any woman you're speaking to, no matter how long you've known her. The thing about female sexuality is that it is largely a mental game. In order to feel aroused, we need to actually feel emotionally stimulated and brought to a level of anticipation. It's true what they say about our brains being our biggest sex organ. And if you aren't satisfying that part of her, well, the truth is that you don't really stand a chance to satisfy any other part, no matter how much you might want to. The good thing is that there are a few really simple things that you can do to talk to a woman in the way she actually wants you to. And if you do these things, you will notice the difference immediately. Let's dive right in. But before we do, I have to ask a question. Are you subscribed to this channel? If you find this or any of my other 700 videos helpful, why not hit subscribe? It will keep you in my community so that you never miss out on a video like this one. All right, so now that you've done that, let's get into it. The first tip for talking to women is to get flirty and fast. Everyone loves to be flirted with. I do not care if this is someone you are just getting to know or your wife of 20 years. If she is a woman with blood running through her veins, she will enjoy that little flush in the cheek that comes with a good flirtatious banter. Plus, if you are at all interested in more than a casual encounter with her, you need to let her know right away by moving the conversation into flirtatious territory. The problem is that most guys just straight up don't know how to flirt, which is a shame because it is really not as complicated as many people think. The key is just to find a flirting style that works for you. To keep things simple, let's just divide flirting up into 3 categories. There's complimenting, playful teasing, and cheeky self-referencing. Complimenting is the most straightforward. We really aren't that complicated, I promise. But the key to a great compliment is to notice something about her that not many people would. She'll enjoy hearing that she looks beautiful, of course. But if you compliment her in a way that she feels seen, especially if it's for something that she chose and not something that she was born with, like her sense of style as compared to like her eyes, that's going to have a much stronger compliment. Make the compliment as specific to her and to the moment as possible. Don't just tell her that she looks nice. Tell her that the way that the light is hitting her makes her look radiant. The way that she's wearing her hair really brings out her face and her eyes. Find a detail and then focus on that. Next up is playful teasing, also self-explanatory. Now, teasing is flirtatious because it suggests that we are a lot closer already than we already are, especially if we just met someone. Most of the time you don't tease people until you're very close to them, right? The trick to doing this well is to keep it light and not to hit on any sore spots. Teasing has a lot of different levels, and once you get past a certain one, it's just a turn off. It is never a good idea to put a person down. That is not playful teasing. The kind of teasing that I'm talking about is cheeky and gentle. It's something that you can both laugh at, like her Midwestern accent, or the fact that she cleared out all of the cheese from the charcuterie board at the mixer. And lastly, we have self-referencing. This is when you either playfully build yourself up or share something about yourself in a fun, cheeky way. This looks like you calling yourself big and strong when you offer to help her with a task, or jokingly just tell her that you're trying to impress her. Women like to feel desired, and playfully hinting at your desire to get in her good books is confident and an attractive way to communicate. 2 of my favorite all-time definitions of flirting is amusing ourselves with another person and pretending that we have achieved a level of closeness and intimacy that we haven't. Now, I really like the first one because, yeah, amusing yourself, flirting is for you. Flirting is having a good time for you and inviting another person along the way. All right, I want to say thank you to the sponsor of this video and introduce you to Joymode. Joymode makes natural and science-backed wellness products for men. Their sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. If you're like me and you want to put only high quality things in your body that help it to perform at its best, Joymode has created a product that will support erection, firmness, and quality, supports sex drive, and supports healthy blood flow to the areas that need it most. It's very simple to use. All you do is mix one of these packets with water and drink it 5 hours to 45 minutes before sexual activity in order to experience that boost in the bedroom. Whether you're really happy with your sex life already and you just want to perform a little bit better, or you just want to make sure that your partner is getting the best of you possible, Joymode is like a pre-workout but for the bedroom. I recommend that you check it out. They're offering a special 20% discount to subscribers of my channel. All you have to do is go to usejoymode.com/CaitlinV and enter CaitlinV at checkout. Now, these are just 3 examples of flirting. Not everyone is going to be good at all 3. The issue is that so many men try to fit themselves into a style that doesn't actually work for them. So just play around with it and see what comes naturally to you and then practice that. Tip number 2, be present. This second tip is so simple that it hurts, but what hurts even more is that so many men struggle with it. Be present, like truly present. So many guys get caught up in the mission of trying to impress a woman that they struggle to actually stay in the moment and actively participate in the conversation. Maybe you're focused on trying not to say the wrong thing. Maybe you're focused on trying to get her in bed or trying to get her to like you. Maybe you're focused on the game happening in the TV screen behind her. I really hope it's not that one, but I get it. They're very distracting. Whatever it may be, the only thing that you should really be focusing on when speaking to a woman is her and the words coming out of her mouth, and then I suppose the way that she is saying it too. But really try to process and reflect on the things that she is saying and how she is saying them. Pay attention to her body language and her tone. Be thoughtful when you are replying. It is not rocket science, but it will literally put you ahead of 80% of all men. This one is super important if you are single and dating, but maybe even more important if you're in a long-term relationship. So many relationships fall trapped to routine and boredom because we're not really fully there. It can feel like you're on autopilot when you're with your partner if you are not truly present and engaged. And this is the worst thing that can happen to both your emotional connection and your physical one. Some tips to staying present are to simply listen intently. Make sure you're breathing steadily, feel your feet on the ground, make plenty of eye contact while you're speaking. I said it earlier in this video, but women are desperate to feel seen. It is such a turn on for us. So making her feel like you're truly present, like you see her. When you are talking to her, you are engaged with her. That is going to help her to feel seen and eventually, more importantly, turned on. As importantly, it's not more important. Number 3, callbacks and follow-ups. My final tip when talking to a woman is to make sure to keep the previous threads from other conversations that you've had in mind. Because a big part of talking is listening. And trust me, from my own dating experience, this is where men really can improve very simply and easily. Showing her that you remember your conversations and taking a genuine interest in how things pan out for her will go a long way towards making her feel valued and cared for. So if you see her after work knowing that she had a big meeting that day, ask her specifically how her meeting went. If she shared something that she was feeling nervous or bummed about in a previous conversation, try checking in on her and letting her know that you're thinking of her in that way. But it isn't just nice to bring up the more meaningful or heavy things. You can also call back to something that she said before that made you laugh. Or you can tell her that you've been thinking about her, you're missing her, you can't stop imagining the way that she looked at dinner the last time that you saw her. She's on your mind. All of these things are phenomenal ways that let us know that you are listening to us. Bringing the past into the present is a great way of letting her know that she's on your mind, even when you're not together. It makes her feel like she's a special part of your inner world, which is something that all women want. It really doesn't take that much, guys, I promise. Remember, the most important thing when talking to a woman, or anyone for that matter, is approaching it with a sense of confidence in your skin. If you are someone who struggles with self-esteem or aren't sure that you have what it takes to chat up any woman in the room, well, I want to tell you that me and my team have worked with hundreds of men who felt the same way and are in a totally different place now. So if you are interested in getting some personalized coaching from me or one of my certified coaches, I've included the link below. No matter where you're at, the sex and relationship life that you have always wanted is absolutely within reach, and you deserve it. I'm Caitlin V. Thank you for watching. I'll see you here next time.